Terrence,
Yo, Zach, what's going on, man?
what's up, man? How are you?
Doing good, bro. I just want to say, like, I remember talking to you back then. Like, it's been a couple months now, but I ended up closing on that deal in Tennessee,
Oh,
at
all right.
Chattanooga deal. Yeah, man. Um, I'm having some trouble though. I think maybe the market is just in a crazy place, but I'm really having a hard time finding motivation. I think a lot of people aren't wanting to sell because they know, like, since interest rates are so high, a lot of people aren't buying. So it's just like, and I'm also considering, like, because I have a couple of VAs, but it's like, how do I go with quantity over quality? Like, do I want to think about it the numbers way, right?
You
Because
in
it's
Alaska, right?
ultimately sales. Yeah, I'm in Alaska, but I'm
Okay,
not doing
okay.
it
I
out
remember. All
here.
right, I remember you. All right.
Yeah.
So the one quote I always tell everyone, this is a good question, and I'm going to say this just bluntly because I want you to be as successful. You don't blame the market, blame the marketing. Okay. So you are blaming the market right now, the current real estate market, and you got to be blaming the marketing. And that is the key thing here. Because if I had that mindset, I would have not closed what, a couple $50,000 deals last week locally where I'm at, JV deals. I wouldn't. Okay. If I had that mindset, right, I should just quit because no. Okay. Now, obviously things are shifting, but cash buyers are still buying at lower prices. That means I either make less money per deal or I get lower price with my sellers. Which one do you think I'm going to do? So
Less.
at the end of the day, you're going to have to get a more motivated lists. So what list have you been marketing right now currently with the VAs?
Um, my list right now is compiled of like 4 or 5 different, and this is where we talked last time. You were telling me, look, just focus on one market.
Yeah.
And so I did that now. I actually just pulled a list from Minneapolis. It's in Hennepin County, Ramsey County,
Okay.
and it's it's basically high equity, but these people own at minimum like 4 or 5 properties, and a lot of them own a lot more than that across the U.S., not just in Minnesota. So it's a
Okay.
high equity list, and they own like 4 or 5 properties. And I text blasted it this morning, and I got like 10 leads so far. I have an appointment I'm gonna take in like 15 minutes, but I don't know. I'm trying to get better at like the closing aspect too. Um, so I don't know. This list seems like it's been doing pretty good, but I've been having my VAs call that 45,000 of just people from Tennessee and Jacksonville and Ohio, Toledo, like all these different hot markets, and we're not getting nowhere with that list. 56
Okay.
connects, 56 not interested, 60 connects, like we're connecting, but no interest in selling.
Okay. So my first question is the one I've said. Don't blame the market, blame the marketing. So let's talk about the marketing for a second. I have never gotten a deal over, I think, okay, outside of multifamily. I've never gotten a deal over 100 grand where the person owned more than two houses ever. I've done a lot of 100K deals, not one. Think about that for a second, okay? I
Yeah.
have I rarely do any local deals where someone owns a lot of real estate. Those people are a lot more savvy and they're not having insane motivation for just getting rid of property cash. And number one, my what is my top list for get the best margins possible in virtual wholesaling? Do you know what it
Pro-
is? Are you
Probates.
pulling that list?
I haven't pulled probates. I'm trying to get the county. Like, I want to go to the county and get the most accurate data, and that's what I think. Like, I need to do better at, because PropStream, everybody has those lists. Like, everybody has, and I'm not scared of competition. I'm not, like, I don't care. Like, I know I'm the best closer, and, like, I'm good at what I do. But when if you can get less saturated lists and more accurate data, like, I can really take things to the next level. So I was actually just thinking about paying somebody to go to the courthouse and pull those leads for me at the courthouse, you know. So I have a mix of things, but I'm just trying to I got to get another deal here in the next month.
Terrence, do you have a favorite sports team?
Uh, I don't want to say the Vikings.
You say the Vikings?
I don't want to say the Vikings. I don't want you to make fun of me, bro.
All right. You're like Stephon Diggs, bro. All right. Let's talk about this for a second. You like Stephon Diggs, right?
Yeah, everybody does,
All right.
man. Come on.
You're like Stephon Diggs, man. You're really good. You're doing the wrong thing. So Stephon Diggs was okay on the Vikings because he had Kirk, right? He goes and deals with he goes to Buffalo. He's got Josh Allen, superstar. Because Stephon Diggs, he didn't become a better player. He just changed what he was doing. He just had a better quarterback. You're doing the same problem.
Yeah.
You're really good. You're just doing you're on the wrong team, quote unquote. You're doing the wrong lists. If you change the lists, you're gonna have more success. That's your biggest problem. You are going I don't know why you're not going after probates. They work so well. And with your skill set, it's going to do even better with closing. I don't know what the minimum of 4 owned properties. That's never good. Have you done independent research in Hennepin County of the top wholesalers and where they get their lists? Because you're going to have to reverse engineer what they're doing. When I go to a new virtual wholesaling market, I find the top wholesalers. I'm very mean. I'm very bad, but I don't tell people to do it. But you can do this. I find the top guys and gals. I see what marketing they're doing. Oh, this guy's doing code violations. He's getting a lot of deals doing high equity vacants. Copy him. Do it. Because I have better systems than them. I'm better closure than them. And I destroy them. At the end of the day, you got to figure out what works in that market and go after it. Your problem is motivation. This is easy. Go after a list that has a lot of motivation.
Right.
Right? That's it.
I'll do that. Yeah.
Got a bad quarterback. That's your problem.
But I don't want to trash my 45K leads that I already have though that we're cold calling. I know the data, like those type of lists, mainly high equity. Do I just get rid of? Do I just stop calling them?
High equity is fine. Still go after them, right? But I mean, high equity is a long-term play. High equity is a long-term play for my business. And I got a lot of VAs cold calling. It's a lot of volume, dude.
For someone that like, I'm sure like you and your pops have, you probably have your own properties. Like you guys flip and do that type of stuff. You guys have rentals, right? So I have my own rental too. I'm just thinking from a like landlord perspective, an investor perspective. I mean, since the interest rates are so high, if there is a chance, like we're in a very high chance of, I mean, we're probably already in the recession now. That would make sense to kind of liquidate some assets, maybe to throw into stocks or to throw into something that's going to make more money. Like,
Terrence, I've been buying rental properties since I was 17 years old. I've not sold once.
Really?
Why?
Well, you might lose your equity.
What is equity? When is equity realized?
You said when is it realized?
When is equity realized?
When you have it? I don't know.
When you sell it. Equity is realized when you sell it. Right?
So you don't know how much equity you have until you sell it, is what you're saying.
Yes, correct. Here's your problem, man. You can go sell all your stuff right now. That's fine. But what are you going to do with it? You're going to hope it gets lower? With the fees and everything, it's not worth it. I keep it for cash flow.
Right.
I'm making a ton of money in my wholesaling business, and I'm putting it into passive income. That's it.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying.
A real estate ain't going down.
Like, I'm not selling my duplex, but I'm just trying to think for these other people that have.
Terrence, it's a very poor mindset to be selling your assets. Assets is what gives you freedom. Right?
Right.
That's it. So at the end of the day, man, cash buyers are always buying. Okay, I'm still buying. Okay? I'm not buying as insane as I was, but I'll still buy a good deal. I still had a deal. I'll tell you, you're treating it like the stock market. I think that's your biggest problem. Historically, have you seen the where's this duplex at? What county?
My duplex in Minnesota. I mean, Alaska. My fault.
Alaska. All right. We're gonna. What county in Alaska?
They don't have counties, but it's in
Oh,
Anchorage.
Anchorage real estate crash, 2008. I'm trying to see how bad Anchorage was. Um, I think Alaska's last real estate crash was what percent? 21, 22. I have to see what it is, but I'm just telling you right now, at worst, it goes down 20 to 30%, man.
Right.
What's the problem in that? Like, at the end of the day, it's going to come back up. And if it's a good duplex, right?
Right.
And guess what you can do from now until it comes back up? Rent it out. Right?
Right.
At the end of the day. I mean, if you like a lot, you could do it. There's a reason why the top real estate investors in the entire country, people that are billionaires. I'm not just talking about Grant Cardone. I'm talking about BlackRock, the hedge funds, Goldman Sachs. They have billions of dollars. They are smarter than you and me. I promise you. They're not selling all the real estate right now. They're keeping it for long term. Warren
Right.
Buffett's not selling his stocks. He's buying more. You keep it. You buy it to keep it, man. You keep it for a legacy, your family, your future, right? You just don't go up and sell it all. Now, obviously, people are different with it, but this is not a time to be doing it. Now, number two, we're getting back to the business part here. You need to be going after lists that help you out.
Okay.
I would keep the high equity if you got enough callers on it, but I'd be adding on motivated lists. If these people aren't motivated enough, you need to go with a better list. Guys, 2 years ago, I've had people ask me the same question. This list isn't motivated. You're talking to the wrong person. It's not the market, it's the marketing. As long as people in Minnesota keep dying, lose their jobs, I'm just being rough, but like if people don't take care of properties, there's
Right.
always going to be wholesaling deals. Rick did a lot of real estate wholesaling deals last crash. We're doing a ton of deals now, and we're going to do a ton of deals in the future. Cash buyers are still buying right now. And that's the truth. You don't even know when the bottom of the market is, especially in real estate, because interest rates could technically peak. You don't know what the Fed's going to do in the future. So you'd be selling on the bottom of the market now, or you could be selling the top. We don't know. That's why cash buyers are always buying, because they never know. Seems pretty attractive right now. Cash buyers are always buying. There's a reason why I picked up a deal last month for 150K and I sold it for 230 last week. A flip I did. Because there's still, I knew real estate might have been going down. There's still so much money in the deal. I'm going to flip it.
Right.
It's affordable housing. So the key here to wholesale in times like these, very motivated lists, like I tell everyone right now, and you got to be below the median sales price. If you do affordable housing, it's always attractive. Every cash buyer willing to buy it. And remember, you're not holding the real estate in wholesaling. You're holding the contract.
Do you care about which areas? Like,
To a point,
obviously,
yeah.
like there's a difference between North and South Minneapolis, right? Like,
I'm guessing one's the hood kind of and one isn't.
yeah, right.
I'm just, every city's basically like that, right? I know what you're talking about. There's hoods by me, right? Like where properties are worth 40, 50K when the average is like 300, right? Sounds attractive. I can only get 4 or 5K on an assignment fee there versus doing the average real estate, which is like 20, 30K per assignment. It's just not worth it for me. So we don't do it.
Right. Okay. Well, man, I appreciate your help. And yeah, I got to get more motivated lists. I want to
Like
say
Terrence,
thank you, though, for all your help. Like,
yeah,
you helped me
Terrence,
close my first deal.
of course, bro. If you're calling somebody in Minnesota right now that has the water shut off on their property, do you think they're going to tell you about interest rates and about the future of the market? And I'm going to hold because real estate. No, the water shut off on their house. They're probably motivated to sell, right? Someone
Right.
4 payments behind on their mortgage, right? They lost their job. They're not going to be talking about the nuances of interest rates. Okay, they got to get rid of the property, right?
Right.
So
Right.
at the end of the day, that's the way you got to look at it.